Beginning with late breaking news, Tucson police investigating a suspected case of child abuse are about to release more details on the case.
You're taking a live look from TPD headquarters downtown, where we are just a few minutes away from a news conference where we will learn more about this case. We'll take you to that news conference live. You see it's getting set up right now. This investigation started very early this morning.
Yes, this has been going on since 4 o'clock this morning at a home in the 2800 block of North Estrella, and that is in the area of Stone and Fort Lowell.
And KOLD News 13 Soma Size has been on this scene all afternoon. He's live with more. So.
Well, it's been a very active 12 hours in this Midtown neighborhood. Again, police responding to the scene just a little after 4 a.m. They're not telling us exactly what brought us to this home behind me in the 2800 block of North Estrella, but when they got here, apparently they got a lot more than they bargained for, and it certainly wasn't for the faint of heart. Now, we say this once again because police tell us this is a very serious case of child abuse, imprisonment, and neglect. This was the scene on North Estrella less than an hour ago as investigators pulled an entire truck full of evidence out of the house in question. A mother and father have been taken into custody. We don't know the condition or status of the kids, only that this case reportedly involves multiple children. Now, interestingly enough, neighbors we spoke to had no idea children even lived here. In fact, it was so quiet here on a regular basis, one man who lives across the street says he assumed the house was vacant.
Do you ever see those people?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Know people were living back there?
I didn't even know people were living back there. Like I tell you, I leave early in the morning and I come back, and this is one of them days that I see something different.
If there was kids, they never came out and played, you know. I mean, we have kids.
Continuing at 5, Dan.
Yeah, a horrible situation. An update on late-breaking story that we've been following all day. A child abuse case in Midtown involving a number of children.
Plus, as you pick out some holiday gifts for the kids this year, we'll show you why some toys should not be under the Christmas tree. KOLD News 13 Live at 5 starts right now. And we begin this 5 o'clock hour with an update on that late-breaking news. We are just now learning some stunning new details on a very disturbing child abuse investigation at a home near Stone and Prince. Police say 3 girls were imprisoned for 2 years. KOLD News 13's Colton Schoen is live with the latest on this investigation. Colton.
Teresa, we just got out of the press conference with Captain Michael Galuli, who shed some light on some pretty disturbing details. As you had mentioned, 3 girls say that they were in prison for about 2 years in their own homes. Now, they say around 4 o'clock this morning, the 12 and 13-year-old girls who were in that home were able to get out of the house and run to a neighbor's house and call police because they say their father was trying to kick in their bedroom door. Now, when police arrived, they said they were pretty startled to see the conditions that these girls were living in. They found another 17-year-old girl inside in her room. Apparently, these sisters hadn't seen each other in quite some time. Here's what they had to say.
All 3 juveniles were extremely dirty, as I mentioned, and malnourished, and stated they had not bathed within the last 4 to 6 months. They were kept in filthy living conditions separately and told patrol officers that they had not seen each other in almost 2 years and were kept separate within the bedrooms They were kept in filthy living conditions separately and told patrol officers that they had not seen each other in almost 2 years.
A truly horrifying case of suspected child abuse and imprisonment unfolding at this hour in Midtown. Police say 3 girls, ages 12, 13, and 17, say they were held captive in this home for 2 years.
It all started early this morning with a domestic violence call at a home on North Estrella near Stone and Glen. And this is an aerial image of the home involved, one of 4 closely grouped rental homes in the area. And we have live team coverage for you tonight. KOLD News 13 Soma Size has been on the scene all day, but first we are beginning with Colton Schoen, is joining us live from police headquarters downtown for the latest on the investigation. Colton.
Heather, Tucson police say that at around 4 o'clock this morning, those girls who are 12 and 13 were able to get out of their house and run to a neighbor and say their stepfather, I should say, was trying to break down their door. And that's when they called 911. When police showed up at the scene, they say they were shocked to find that these girls were living in very filthy conditions. They say the girls hadn't even bathed in about 4 to 6 months. Not only that, but that they might not have even seen each other for maybe even 2 years. But they were even more surprised when they found a 3rd girl in that house, and here's what they had to say.
Officers responded to the family residence and made entry and discovered yet a 3rd 17-year-old female that was also imprisoned within her bedroom, a different bedroom than the bedroom that her siblings were occupying together.
There you have the police person talking about this case right now. He says that this is a very complex situation. He would not answer any.
Shocking and horrific words to describe the scene of a local home tonight. We are learning new information at this hour on 3 girls held captive for 2 years, and the suspects, their mother and stepfather.
And it happened right here in Tucson, in Midtown. Neighbors say they didn't even know anyone other than adults lived in this home. We are bringing you live team coverage tonight from the neighborhood where it happened and from the jail where the suspects sit behind bars at this hour.
Yes, and we are beginning tonight first with our own Dan Morris, who's joining us live at the home where all of this allegedly happened. Dan?
Well, Heather and Craig, an unbelievable story as it continues to unfold this evening. Out here, it's going to be a very different feel as residents wake up in the morning knowing what had gone on right here in their own street, right here in their own neighborhood. So Messias has been out here all day knocking on doors and learning more about what neighbors knew about the suspects. So,
well, Dan, it's been a sad and horrific day in every sense of the word. I talked to probably a good 15 to 20 people throughout the day. Interestingly enough, not a single person I spoke to all day long today had any idea that these 3 young girls lived here in this house behind me. Again, sad, horrific, appalling. Any adjective that you'd want to describe it, it certainly all applies. Now, we don't know exactly what these young ladies endured or how long they endured. What we do know for sure, though, is that these details are sure to be chilling and sure to be disturbing in the days to come. Now, what we can tell you tonight is their parents, once again, are in custody facing a series of very serious charges after what reportedly happened in this Midtown home. Neighbors we spoke to, shocked and dismayed something like this so unthinkable could happen in their neighborhood. Now, nobody we spoke to